Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, Scroft here. In this video, we're going to be having a look at a map. This is a map preview, and the map's called Aghalee by Shane5465. So, super excited for this. I've had a quick look around, and it's a pretty map, I have to say, really pretty map. So this map was actually originally made on FS19 by Shane himself, and it's been remade from the ground up for FS22. Now, I know he's had a bit of help from Fast Farming, so you probably know Fast Farming, he did the map Fairhead. It's another map set in Ireland. It's a fictional map based in Northern Ireland. So he's had a bit of help from Fast Farming. I know they work together in The Friends. So this should be really good. And like I said, I've had a bit of a fly around, done my intro footage first, and it's super, super. I actually really like it, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to like this too. Now, I think it's really close to being sent to testing. I'd have to check with Shane. It's either been sent to testing or it's to the point where it's about to be sent to testing with Giants. Now, I didn't get any information off him if it's for console as well. So I'll just get Shane to confirm that first, and I'll put it down in the comment section. If you're watching now, Shane, just put a comment in, mate, and I'll pin it just to let everyone know if it's for console, PC, and so on. But let's have a quick look around. I've got a vehicle here, but we're going to look at the first farm, which is right next to like your starting farm. So this is the main farm. Now, there is 8 farms on this from what I counted. And from what I can tell, they're all actually dairy farms, except one, which is kind of like a small arable area. So, yeah, I like it because it's not got like a silo. It's actually got a shed, so a grain shed. So you're going to store it in there. But this is the first farm. So let's just quickly open up the map, and I can show you the area itself. Looks pretty cool. Quite a nice area. It's got a bit of a coastline to that east side. And you can see that all these sections here are the farms. So we've got 1, 2. We've got a third one there. 4, 5, 6, I think. 7, and that's 8. I believe that's right. Now, there is a few sell points as well, but we're going to have a bit of a fly around, also a bit of a drive around. We'll try and see most of the map first, but yeah, this is a proper nice map. And if you're used to, you know, small farms, tight lanes, British style, UK style, Irish style maps, this is right up your street, because we'll go through it, but the things that have stood out to me so far: unique buildings, some of the bunkers are super cool, and it's a nice tight area. So if you want to get small equipment, a load of grass fields, this is definitely the map for you. So the first farm we're looking at here, they are all named, so if you just click on them, this one's called Aghalee Farm. So this is the first one we're going to have a quick look at. Now, it doesn't start off with all these areas to purchase. So this one over here is the farm you start with on easy. So this is the main farm, and that's valued at 399,000. Then you've got another farm here that's 333. One over there, 304. This one's 330, 395, 349, and 315. And this one over here is 421. So they all come with land, as you can tell. They all come with fields. But they're all around the same price, really. I think Field 7 up here is the one that's more expensive, but that has got some arable land. But that pretty much shows you the map and what to expect. I will bring this back up each time when we get to a farm, just so I can tell you the name of it. But let's have a quick look around here, then. Starting equipment, you've got your Deutz Far top liner harvester. Small equipment, I expect. So, yeah, small mower, small tedder there. Class. Telehandler. Muck spreader over here. Farm, I think it's the Farm Tech, yep. And then you've got your small piece of kit here. So a bale grab, bit of a plough there, and looks like a cultivator as well. So that's all the starting equipment, not been touched by me. And do you know what I do like? That kind of stuff, the bedding, where you've actually got the mats down for the cows. I really like that. So I've opened some of these doors, but this is where we can go in and probably feed as well. So let me just check that I've got these on. Turn these back on. I do turn them off when I'm doing my cinematics. So yeah, so this is your feeding trigger for this farm, and it's a nice cow shed. Obviously got the nav mesh all sorted out. Looks like we've got a bit of a parlour there. Yep, bit of a parlour there as well. And if we walk out here, this is the other side. So that's your animal trigger, the cows. Shall we check how many it holds? So it holds 70. This farm does. You've got a shed for your equipment, you've got another tractor, pottinger baler, you've got your Amazon spreader. Here's your seeder as well, and then another Massey over there. Definitely small equipment, I really like that. And you've got another Massey out here as well, so the 5S, this is all small equipment. And if we bring up the F1 menu, we probably see that this is our silage bunker. Really like it. Nice tight yard type farm. And then we've got a few fields around the area. But we've only got 2 here. We've got this small one here and then that one there, which is, you know, a relatively decent sized grass field. So more storage. Like I said, it is a small base farm. All of them are pretty small. There's no massive farms. But yeah, this is pretty much what to expect. Now, I have pointed out already, the sheds, everything like that is really cool because they're all a little bit different. You've even got a second bunker over here, so there's 2 bunkers on this one. So that's pretty cool. So let's jump into our vehicle. We'll have a bit of a drive around. I'm going to go probably, I think this is west across the map, just to have a look at the surrounding area in the fields. And I think that house over there is just an extra, just for the scenery. It isn't anything that we can purchase, I'm sure of it. I don't want to miss that if it is. No, so we can't purchase that. That's part of the scenery. But let's go down here because I think our first kind of like sell point's down this way, and I believe it's the sawmill. But there's a lot of grass fields around here, a lot of them. And they're not too tight, the country lanes are. There is some that are quite tight, but I think the entrance that's this way. Yeah, there is some that are a little bit tight, but that, you know, you can't really expect much else. So I've just put flight mode on, just because I think it'd be better to show off the sell points and maybe some of the farms, depending on where we are. You can see that this is the sawmill, so right to the bottom, or it's actually the west side of the map. And we're going to carry on that way now. There's a, like I said, there's a load of farms. They've got a good selection, and they seem to all be dairy farms, or, well, maybe like cattle farms to do with cows anyway, but you could obviously do some for fattening up and everything. Nice range of fields as well. If we have a look again at the map, you've got a couple of big ones, medium size. I think it's mainly medium and small size fields. Nothing majorly big, obviously, with it being a fictional map that's based in Northern Ireland, even though Aghalee is actually a real place. So here's our second farm. Now I'm just going to pull over here because I really like this farm. It's got a really nice place to store bales. But we've actually got 2 cow sheds here. So I've put some beef stock in here. And look at this for a bunker. I like the curved edges on it. That's really cool. So that's a big bunker here for this farm. I'll just find the name of this farm. So it is... This one is called KilliBean Farm. Now this one holds 20 cows as well. Got a nice drive-through point here to put your feed in as well. So we can at least drive all the way through it to this side, and we can obviously open this door up, which is pretty cool. And this one here has 50, so again it's like a 70 is your total, but you've got a bit more space, I'd say, on this farm. And you've got field 1, that grass field there. You've actually got a good selection of fields here, so there's more to this farm, definitely. And then you've got your own outdoor storage slurry area. And I think the farmhouse is just to the front, so it'd be over there. It is. And then you've got a main road as well. So really nice layout to this one, especially. And you've also got a workshop there as well, so that's pretty cool. That is super cool. But this is the bit I like. I actually think just having this off the side of the road, I do like farms where they're kind of broken up by a road going through them. And having this area is obviously really good to store in hay bales, straw bales, whatever. But then you've got this as well, which kind of feels like a bit of a silage pad, so you can put your round silage bale in here. You've obviously got your bunker over there to put some more silage in if you want to do it in a bunker. But you've got the option to store bales. So I like that because it's a lot of storage for the cows. Nice little farm. Perfect for a dairy farm. Small little dairy farm. This map would be really good for roleplay just because of the fact it's got so many little farms scattered around, so you can have so much going on. Ooh, crash then. And it is such a nice scenic map as well. The lighting effects are great on it. This is the base game lighting for this map. This is what it will look like. Not changed it at all, and I'm not using additional game settings to change it to, let's say, Court Farm, something else. So I do know that he did actually get permission on the FS19 version to use Oxy's lighting, so you never know, it might actually be Oxy's lighting for Court Farms. So this is another sell point over here. So let's have a look. It looks like a bit of a garden centre. So yeah, you've got the Aghalee wholesales and wool as well. So we've got 2 there, wool and wholesales, and that was the sawmill that we went to. So not loads of sell points, which I actually think is, I actually prefer it sometimes, just because you don't really get that many sell points in one area. It is rare to have so many sell points in a remote rural area like where farms are, especially in the UK. So you might have one grain merchant close, but it's not often that you're going to have loads of kind of merchants around. So this one again is a really nice farm because it's separated by a road that goes up the middle. You've got one patch of the farmland over there, then across here, and this gate that we can open over here just brings us to the storage area, which again could be perfect for bales. And then if we have a look around, we've actually got this field here, this grass field. We've got another grass field over there, and then another grass field there. So 3 nicely sized grass fields there to go with this farm. So another workshop, and then we've got our main cow area over here. This one holds 70. And this is pretty unique as well, because it's got a walkway that goes across this section. But you can tell by the gates and this, just the size of this track going through the farm, that it is, you know, you're going to need small tractors for this tight farm. And look, the cows just, they're just happy roaming in that little section. So I really like that nav mesh there that's been set up. Just kind of comes across and walks through, and we can drive through it, and don't forget to shut the gate. And then if we open this, I think this is going to bring us, yeah, straight through. So that's the drive through when you're feeding the cows. Little storage area there. Another silage bunker here. So we've got one more silage bunker. And over here, this is not a silage bunker, but it's a place for storage. You could use it as a grain shed if you wanted to. And then again, some more storage. So they are all small little kind of silo farms, I call them, just scattered around, which again, like I said, if you're doing a role play, this could be the map for you. Because imagine how many like little storylines you can have going on, little farmers going around the place. So if you want to kind of role play and play realistic, this could be perfect. So let's just figure out where we should go. Should we carry on going up north, or should we hit the bottom of the map? I think we carry on going south. Yeah, let's go down to this sell point again, turn left. I did think that was a placeables area, but it's actually the lime texture that I've got on. Just swing up here and carry on. There's another farm just here. It is a small map, but it makes it feel really good because there's so many little farms scattered about the place that you're always close to another farm, which I do like. So there's another farm. This is kind of like a back entrance to it. I think we can go that way, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull in over here because I know I'm messing up there. There you go, there's your test. You can drive through the hedges because I think, yeah, that's the entrance over there. So we could have carried on up north and then come down on south this way, and we'll have a look at that track in a second. In fact, let's just fly over there and have a look. So if we came north past the farm we just looked at, get to this junction here, which is the starting farm, so that's the Aghalee Farm. If we just go this direction instead of down to the sawmill, we would have hit this old building, and down here is the main entrance to this farm we're looking at now. So this is the 4th farm. So really nice area this is. Like, it is very picturesque. I think that's stunning, stunning. So there's your farmhouse. A little bit of a slant down into your main yard area. And you can see that the cows have got a nice open area there in the fields. So this is a bit more spacey. I feel like you've got more, yeah, a bit more freedom on this. So another storage area. Don't think this is a bunker, but I'll just check. Oh, it is. This is a silage bunker. So unlike the other one, that is a silage bunker. And then we've got our storage shed there. And this one isn't a silage bunker this time. Got a bit of a workshop, so that's probably a place to store your animals. And then, as you can see, that's where I just drove through the hedge, so we're on the other side. And a fuel tank as well. So spot on. And then this is the cow area. Now, you can have a 70 again, a section to drive through to feed your animals. And then this is the field, another actual field that you can own. But it doesn't look like the cows actually have access to this field. It's just that one there that they're using as a pasture. But I really like the layout to that. There's a lot more space. Probably can afford to have a few arable fields as well because of the size of the fields around. So yeah, that might be a good one to do, a mixture between animals and some crops as well. So yeah, that's the first farm there, Aghalee Farm. We went over to the east, we had a look at the sawmill, down to this farm, which was KilliBean Farm. Then we had a look at the sell point over here. Then to this farm, which is Cottage Farm, and then we could have driven straight up there and then took this kind of road down to where we are now, but I went over here, parked up, because we're going to swing around the coast and come back up to the north of the map. But if we have a look, this one's called Fraser's Farm, so we've already seen half of farms on the south side of the map. So let's work our way this way now, have a look at this sell point, which is Aghalee Stores, and then we should have another one there, which is Sroggy's Farm. Sroggy Farm. There you go. If you're watching Scrooge McUnicorn, I think I've found your farm, mate. So let's make sure there's no traffic. It's not too fast, but there is quite a lot of it. It is active. I do like there's a few bumps as well on them hedges, so it should stop bales rolling through. But at the same time, you can drive through if you really do need to. I mean, it's just a very picturesque map. It does look really good, and the power lines going through the middle as well are a nice little touch. It's just got the real feel to it as well. It does feel like an Irish, UK map. I mean, and that's probably one of the biggest things for map makers. They're trying to be authentic to the area they're trying to replicate, even if it's fictional or based off a real place. You know, it's always a tricky thing to do, and if it feels art, you've obviously done something right. So hats off to Shane here. It's a really nice map and a great addition to FS22. So this is your sell point. Got another one. Don't know where the trigger is. I think it might just be in there. Might just be in there. It does look like that way. So I think you just drive in and tip to that point. Let's just have a quick look at that then. So that's Aghalee Stores, and if we go to here and we can see, yeah, so Aghalee Stores and Aghalee Grain Limited take grain, most of your grains. Aghalee Stores actually takes quite a lot of stuff, it seems like. There is a dairy. Silage can go to the biogas plant, which there is actually built into a farm, which is nice. And then the Aghalee Stores, which is where we are. So there is a grain merchant somewhere. I think it might just be over here. Yeah, it is. Then you've got your animal dealer. So there isn't, like I said, there isn't too many sell points. If you think about it, you've got one area there. You've got the store there. One more over here. And then there. And then you've got the sawmill. So there isn't loads of sell points. And I actually like that. I think it's good to do because you know where you're going. So let's carry on going north and across the east side of the map. You can see that they're kind of driving across the coastline there, which is a nice coastline. It is still grassy. There isn't a massive beach there. I think we'll have a quick look over here and then we'll kind of head on that direction to this farm. So this farm here is just kind of on the same road if we carried on direct from the main farm, the Aghalee Farm, and this is the one that's called Sroggy Farm. So again, big fields. We've got field 71, this one here. We've also got that grass field there, and we've got this grass field that kind of runs across that road there. So plenty of grasslands to work with. Workshop and a storage area to that side. Another storage area. It looks like we've got a bit of a bunker. Nice outdoor one. And then here are our cows again. And we've got 70 in this one. Now, it doesn't look like they've got an outside pasture area on this farm. Yeah, I don't think they have. And then you've got... Is it another bunker? Yep, so we've got 2 silage bunkers on this one. 1 indoor and 1 outdoor. And there's your fuel and your slurry point. Which is really cool. So not a bad farm again. So let's just try and plan this out. Need to have a look at the dealership. Need to have a look over there. So what I think I'll do, I'll stay here and we'll drive that way and out to this end. And then I'm going to fly over to the dealership and to the Arable Farm, as I'm calling it. So let's have a look over here. So that's the store. So if you wanted to buy something and come to repair, you'd come to here. And then if you kind of carry up to the north side of this map, drive down here. This is what I'm calling like just the arable area. Now, it's very small. It is very small. For this plot of land, it actually costs the most to buy this section, plot land 7. But you get field 85, 86, and 84, and then you get this small shed to store grain in. So I think that this side, for example, is where you're going to store your grain. You can also store grain in there if you wanted to. And then you've got these big fields, these arable fields. So I think you're mainly paying for the land at that point. I don't think there's nothing else up to the north, just a road you can take to connect yourself to the other 2 farms. But we're going to drive up there and have a look at this sell point in the animal dealership, and then we'll get to the last 2 farms. So I've been looking at the gates as well, and the gates do look like small gates. So I think it is worth reminding that if you're into trying to get a big tractor or anything, this is probably not going to be easy to do on this map. It is definitely suited to the small, traditional British-style equipment, without a shadow of a doubt. And there's your animal dealership, so you can put your animals there or take them to sell. And then here is the grain and dairy as well, so you can take your dairy goods there, and that's where you're going to sell your grain. So it's kind of all built in one, which is pretty cool. Loads of grass fields. Loads of grass fields around the area. Now, the farm we're going to go to next, I actually think it could be one of my favourites. I just really like it. It's dead unique with the way it's situated and set out. We've got a good variety of fields as well. We've got a crop one here that's got a bit of corn growing in it. And then it's now wheat. But this is what I like. Like, this view here is stunning. It's kind of, you're looking down, it's kind of bit... It's weirdly in a very small kind of valley style. It looks down into the farm area, and you've obviously got a bit of a biogas plant in it. And these little extra features as well is super cool. So let's drive through. I'm hoping I can actually drive straight through it. I think I can. To the other farm. If not, we'll fly over. But this would be your entrance. And if you're in cab, it's definitely downhill, and then you finally get there. So, very small animal area, again, but the cows do have a bit of an outside bit to it. But the actual trigger is very small. You'd have to drive down here if you wanted to use an animal trailer, or drive to the back of that. Now, I'm hoping if you're here, yeah, you could probably just reverse back to this, and it'd work. And this one holds 70 as well. Like I said, the unique thing about this one is it's got the biogas kind of built into it. So you own a biogas plant. So you can still have your cows, you can do your silage, you've got your workshop fuel, all that good stuff. And then you've got a big bunker here for silage, big bunker there for silage, because obviously you're going to be doing a lot for the biogas plant. A nice area to store bales or equipment. And again, you've got your slurry area and where you're going to fill up the biogas plant. So super cool. Super that I really like that it's kind of built into the farm. We don't usually see that often. A lot of the time it's down to you to kind of purchase your own biogas plant if you want it that way. So I like that. Now there isn't a connecting road, so we'd have to drive probably to this road here, which is going back on a south, turn left, go down, and then we can go all the way round. And we finish off with this small yard. I'm going to call this like a small holding. It still has a few cows. Nice farmhouse, main road. Again, you've got some storage area for bales. I like that the kind of slurry pit's open, and that's the slurry pit, so you can just, back in your slurry tank there, pump in, And then this one's got 70 cows again. Small area for them. There isn't much storage. There is only just the one shed here. This one here for storage. But what I do like is this. This is such a unique style for a bunker. But this is where you can do your silage. So you can reverse up to it there, drop it in, and then this is how you're going to access it. So actually, your bunker, you'll probably be like taking it with a, you know, a shear grab from the side over here. So you'd have to drive in here, do your compacting, and then hope that you've got it level with this to probably drive back out, which is super cool. So I would like to try that out just because it's definitely something different. So yeah, what a unique way to have a bunker. And the fields with that one, again, you've got quite a lot. You've got the small field 8 here, a bigger grass field there 11, 10 there, and 7. So plenty of grass fields to work with. And if you're into doing silage and you're into doing grass work or cows, milking, dairy farm, anything like that, this is the map for you. And there's a load of little farms scattered all over the place. And yeah, I really like it. It's very picturesque. Does have that authentic feel to be a UK, British and Irish map. So yeah, I'm very impressed with it. Congratulations to Shane for bringing it over to FS22 for everyone to play. So hopefully we'll have a bit of an update soon on as and when it's going to be sent to Giants, if it's been sent to Giants. But keep an eye out for it. If Shane does put a comment in, I'll pin it. If I find out any information, I'll put a comment and pin it to this. Also, come join the Discord server. There'll be plenty of information going around in there. I know Shane's in the Discord, so if you're interested in keeping tabs on this, I'll put a link in the description of the video for his Facebook page as well, which you can get a lot of information for. But yeah, fingers crossed this one will be out on Mod Hub soon. So massive shout out and massive thank you to Shane5465 for sending me this map to have a bit of a look at before it comes out. And yeah, thanks to everyone that's watched. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up because that does help me out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.